Hello everybody. Well, yes, one time that I did something about a video about being neutral about Jose Canseco's death, and I would say I'll be such a man about it and things that was going on in this world today. Terrorism, Ebola, and all that stuff. Well, that's not just the case maybe about Yoko's video about which side to choose. Even though I'm glad that you want to protect your own people, that's good. That's a good way of thinking, Yoko. But for everybody else, even though everybody watching this video, I would say that being neutral and being such a man about it, well, I'm just totally after this thing keep changing my mind of saying, well, have you ever even supported Zimmerman? If you believe what you believe about you protecting the Zimmerman family or the Zimmermans, kudos to you. You thought you're protecting somebody that needs protection because of the false accusation. That's okay. Congratulations. People protecting OJ Simpson, in that case, for that matter, well, alright, thank you. You're protecting your own kind. This is not saying that I'm going racist or anything like that. This is more like you want to don't have stain in the black community that OJ Simpson never killed Nicole Brown Simpson. More thoughts of your beliefs or supporting a group of people or trying to protect a certain group, not to be looked such like an ass or something like that. Don't look like a dipshit. Well, okay, kudos to that. Glad you have your strong beliefs that OJ Simpson didn't kill Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman. Now, as point of the fact that now we're going back to be very affirmative about it. This is not just, I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm just doing this for a particular blogger and people that still believe that the Japanese people need to have their own innocence for not being looked like an ass or like a dipshit, so they could have their own protection to see what they see, to protect an individual being wrongfully accused for a wrongdoing. And this is where I go by the time the death of Jose Canseco comes in a murder or a murder trial. I'll be jumping right here in the bandwagon of OJ didn't do it, or jumping in the same bandwagon of Zimmerman didn't kill Trayvon Martin. That kind of thing would happen when Jose Canseco gets murdered by a Japanese person. I would favor the guy that kills Jose Canseco to get away with murder, not because I favor his actions. I favor because it is right for the protection of these people, to don't make them look like an ass, to don't make them look like they're fools, saying that they're all innocent, they all never hurt a fly and never did a thing. Why? Because I don't mind of the case of maybe was going on that what if this guy is paid? I think he is paid by the New York Times to tell. He was paid for Yusu Ariki, a pitcher from the New York Mets. Then the article was written. They paid Jose Canseco to say that is like, the guy was Japanese. Oh, look, he was using steroids. Bullshit. The article in the New York Times was written about a Japanese pitcher from the New York Mets using steroids. Is just, the fact is, it's completely bullshit. Same things was going on with the New York Yankees with Ichiro Suzuki and 2 other Japanese baseball players, that they'll say that these 3 baseball players from Japan will use steroids. Yeah, it is, or HGH or any PEDs. Well, it is the article in that, being 3 of these baseball players being suspended, that means Jose Canseco gets paid to say that. He's in secretly working for the New York Times to do that, to favor Koreans or Chinese, to favor, if they use steroids. They have their protection that these guys are clean and talented and super talented. Why? Because it is paid for that. For that kind of reason, why I would favor that. I mean, somebody have to protect their rights, but why I would say that these articles would be complete bullshit. You see Ichiro Suzuki, article written in the New York Times, Ichiro Suzuki used steroids. You know what the article is? Bullshit. Another 2 other more Yankees players or Daisuke used steroids for the Mets. Reading in the New York Yankees article, in the New York Times article, the article, believe me, let me tell you what is 100% authentic. Those articles that Japanese baseball players using steroids just to win a World Series, especially the 3 Japanese players playing the New York Yankees, would be 100% authentic bullshit. And that's right, it is bullshit. The New York Times writing an article of 3 Japanese baseball players using steroids, it's an article that is 100% fit for the National Enquirer. In other words, it's bullshit. The New York Times is a supermarket tabloid in disguise. That's it. And that's how I view the New York Times when they're talking about any Japan-related article. Well, in fact, that I would say that when the day will come, would come, and I have to be very firm, very affirmative about it, just to protection. I'm not even Japanese, but this protection, I'm saying that when Jose Canseco decides and says about the Japanese baseball team when their World Baseball Classic tainted, saying that even being a part of China, controlling the Chinese baseball team, the People's Republic, right? And then the Japanese guy killed him. You know what? Jose Canseco might outsell his book Jews. That would have more sales than the Bible or more sales than the Quran. But that's just in China. As the #1 best-selling book in the world, would be making them that I would favor the guy, not just favor his action. I would favor the guy that I agreed that I would support him, that his way out is for pled not guilty so the Japanese guy could get away with murder, and Jose Canseco is gone dead because he did his actions for a reason. And that's the thing I will support. I will support the murderer, not his action, but I will support the murderer just to, camouflage that the Japanese supporting this guy would seeing that they never heard a thing. And I will support the other guy to go to jail to be pled guilty who is not Japanese. And that way it shows this kind of protection of support, like just what the people who support OJ Simpson in the murder case of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, that show that black people did anything wrong. That's how it is. And that's is like this kind of thing what it is. But if it's just the Koreans, if it's, you know, the Jose Canseco supporting South Korea, for instance, he'll the same thing happens, but you know, there'll be like an LA riots in Koreatown. You know, the government go out and, you know, trash down little Tokyo and stuff, because I have definitely will support the same thing going on with this kind of thing, that I will support the murderer, and I will supporting the murderer who is Japanese, that killed Jose Canseco. Well, Jose Canseco favoring Team South Korea and telling lies that the Japanese baseball team using steroids or PEDs. I would say I will favor the murderer. I will favor the murderer who is Japanese to get away with murder. So that way of an OJ Simpson style, OJ Simpson trial a la 1995 a trial of the 1995 OJ Simpson style trial, you know, that I would favor the guy that murders him. Why? Because I have the guts to say, look, I'm just doing this for this vlogger. This is something very sweet that I'm doing for her, because I mentioned seen her videos. And then I would say, because even though she might believe that the guy that murders Jose Canseco never killed Jose Canseco, to be proven by a lawyer, proven anything that this guy killing Jose Canseco and having protests in the Koreatowns because the guy got away with murder, means that I would favor him 100%. I would favor not just his action, but I would favor him, because that way having this guy and, you know, getting away with murder means is a shield of protection, so the Japanese won't look like crap, seeing that they are all innocent and they never hurt a fly. You know, that means this kind of protection is that I believe that you have to protect others. Yes, you have to protect others beside their own people. And it is true, because, you know, this is a type of idea and being affirmative about it that I would say I'm pretty affirmative. If I want to support and say to the Japanese community, hey, you're cool, you're supporting the guy, by the Chinese community giving me the middle finger, or by the Korean community giving me the middle finger, I don't care. I don't care if Jose Canseco gets murdered by a Japanese person, and I support the Japanese person getting away with murder as a shield. I don't care if the Chinese community give me the middle finger. I don't care if the Korean community give me the middle finger. Why? Because I was there to support these kind of people, just to have this protection shield that this guy getting away with murder, same thing as OJ Simpson, does as a shield for the black community. Same thing as Zimmerman did for others. Right? It is something that's saying, well, if the Japanese man becomes the next OJ Simpson, and you have the Korean supporters or the Chinese supporters supporting Jose Canseco, then Jose Canseco will be the next Ronald Goldman, and I will be in the same bandwagon that OJ didn't do it. You know, that's it. So I believe that you could write me any comment. You could do that. I just doing this thing just for a favor to see this kind of thing, that if anybody who would like my video, I would say I will support this thing, and I will support somebody that I would consider to wait for a long time to be friends. That means with her videos and all that stuff, her support of things, then her dog Tachi and stuff. I mean, if it's in her support, I will support a guy that murders Jose Canseco, who is Japanese. Even Jose Canseco supports the Korean baseball team, and saying that the Japanese baseball team use PEDs, or that support the Chinese baseball team, or that saying that the Japanese baseball team uses the Japanese baseball team use PEDs, favoring the Chinese baseball team or the Korean baseball team. Either side, I don't care. Korean community, it's okay. I don't care. Give me the middle finger if Jose Canseco favors the Chinese baseball team and bashes the Japanese baseball team. Chinese community, I don't care. Give me the middle finger if Jose Canseco supports the Chinese baseball team. Either way, in other words, that if Jose Canseco supports the Korean baseball team, or I support the guy that kills Jose Canseco, who is a Japanese guy, to get away with murder and become like the 1995 OJ Simpson case, I don't care if the Korean community could give me the middle finger. If it's in the Chinese community, Jose Canseco coaches a Chinese baseball team, I don't care. I don't care that I'll support the Japanese guy that murders Jose Canseco to get away with murder. That's it. It's okay. Let the Chinese community give me the middle finger, because I will support a cause for these certain people that have suffered 2 atomic bombs, or that have suffered the Fukushima tragedy. Let them have a good sense of will, a good sense of pride to cover themselves up that they didn't do a thing. That's it. Even though we all make mistakes, but you know, that's just a shield, to protect a shield, to don't let them look all that bad. That's it. So goodbye, everybody, and peace out.